Dude, man, bro, what episode are we on? 34 or something like that? Holy cow, bro. We're getting up there in the numbers. We're getting up there in the numbers, Sov. How we doing, bro?
Doing great, man. Yeah, I think this is 34. Congrats. You guys have been crushing it. I heard you have one last time, Vecta, and I think you had Meebs on here recently. You just
Mm-hmm.
been crushing it, bro.
Yeah, so I think the last couple episodes it was Vecta, it was Light Koinyagami from Bad. I know you know him too. Who was last week too? Yeah, I think I might have short term memory loss, chat, but it is what it is. We got some bangers. Oh, we had Quicksilver last week, and then Monday. I'm not even gonna try. I forget. But bro, we've had some bangers recently, and we got another banger today. So how we doing, bro? You feeling good today?
Yeah, man. Feeling great.
W man,
Sorry, man. I thought I was muted real quick, but yeah, feeling
all good
great. It's hot over here. Hopefully everybody's trying to stay cool during the summer, but yeah, feeling good, man.
for sure, bro. Man, it's a Thursday, it's a Thursday, but every day is kind of running the same. Like with me now, I'm gonna be honest, sadly, because it's just summer break and we're just grinding hard every day. So it is what it is. Actually, Sav, I want to tell you a little story about today. I got asked to a birthday party, but I said no because we're grinding and we had a podcast today. Clap it up for me, chat. Woo! Man, I love not having friends IRL, but we're locked in, bro. We're locked in, and I know Sav's locked in too. So Sav, who are you, bro? That's just the first question we always ask, and it's one of the hardest, to be honest. So, who are you, bro?
That's a hard one to answer because how do I like describe myself?
Mm-hmm.
First of all, I'm Sov. I'm the founder of Tombstone, the original founder. Same dude, stuck through the bear market. Kind of built up this community, and now we're focusing on some tech. My background is in business administration, so I kind of handle all that side of Tombstone and Tomb Labs, which is great. More recently, we've been kind of focusing on like our merch and this new app platform called Sapphire. So yeah, that's just like little bit about me, what we're working on. I'm not gonna like jump too much into it yet, but for the most part, I got into Solana like 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago. Rode it all the way down to $8, bought a shit ton, and then came back with a big wave when everything kind of recovered. Um, yeah, it's great to see Solana at this point, even on the you know red side of the market right now. But for the most part, man, I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to be on Solana and be a part of the bigger ecosystem.
For sure, man. Holy cow. So, man, let's just start in childhood. How about that? How about we just start early in your life, Sav? What did you like to do when you were younger?
Damn, I haven't even like taken a second to look back.
Well, that's what we're
I
doing
was really
today,
big into
baby.
sports. I was
Mm-hmm.
definitely like really big into sports growing up. I played pretty much everything: baseball, soccer, football, but definitely landed on lacrosse. Played that throughout, middle school, high school, and college. Didn't finish college playing it. I only played 2 years, but that was cool. I loved that. That was a really big part of my life. Kind of spent all of my summers, traveling and playing in games and doing all that stuff. Whereas now, I feel like your generation definitely tries to like stay in more and, get on the games or do a podcast, do a live stream, and grind that way. Whereas like, I don't know, I was out and trying to hit people with big metal poles at some point.
That's
So,
a vibe.
uh, yeah, it was cool. It was cool, and it was great. Just like the whole team aspect of thing. I think it taught me a ton of different things about, working with a team and being a part of a team, of course. So
Mm-hmm.
I think that was great. Trying to think of some other stuff I liked to do as a kid. It's kind of a tough question on the spot. I would like to say like I was definitely artistic, but I couldn't find a way to like translate that onto like pen and paper. I couldn't draw, I couldn't paint, couldn't do any of that stuff. So I definitely like uh transitioned toward like the graphic design side
Mm-hmm.
of things. So that's kind of how I like entered college, started to study that a little bit, shifted toward the business side of things. And then ultimately kind of translating all of that into Tombstone and how we concepted our new art updates and just like the whole creation process of the NFT project in general. Um, so yeah,
Bro, it sounds dope. Man, I don't know. I don't know about if some kids definitely like to stay inside. Myself, like recently, last year I was totally different, but this year I feel like it's like genuinely my time. You know what I mean? Like I have a lot of connections right now. I have a lot of time. Not a lot of time. You never have enough time, but you know what I mean. And bro, I got the drive. So yeah, this summer's mine. I keep telling people that, and we're starting to see it too. So it's hype. And then a lot of other kids like to go outside too. So I don't really know. It's like 50-50, I feel like anymore.
Yeah, I think it's just like a matter of like how you spend your time.
Mm-hmm.
Like you, like you didn't go to that birthday party that you mentioned just so you can come and do this. So I think if you're able to like kind of differentiate your time value of money and kind of figure out like, all right, this is actually going to be beneficial for me and can actually put some money in my pocket or earn a sponsorship rather than just kind of going out and seeing all your friends. I think you're going to really start to learn opportunity cost here.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, yeah, I think it's great that you're, on here and grinding every day. Whereas other people they're not. They're just kind of fucking around playing video games, just like brain rotting all day.
Brain rot, man. Speaking of sponsorships, if you do want to sponsor a podcast, DM me. We got sponsorship opportunities open right now. But
Yes, absolutely.
bro. So you were talking about digital. You were more digital art and rather than pen and paper. So you're telling me you weren't like a Bob Ross back then.
No, not at all. I mean, taking art classes and stuff, I was just kind of like painting to put something down, but I never
Mm-hmm.
really like, I don't know, wasn't really good at it. Never
Mm-hmm.
really liked what I did until I got into like the digital world, Photoshop and Illustrator. I even kind of fucked around with this thing called Cinema 4D back in the day. It was like an early 3D rendering thing. Kind of piqued my interest, but yeah, definitely not like a pen and paper kind of guy
For
with art
sure.
at least.
And I don't really know how old you are. I'm gonna guess you're not that old to be honest. Like,
I'm 27.
oh yeah, you're not old at all. Okay.
Yeah.
So, I feel like Photoshop was kind of on the come up back then. Were you that kid in high school that was taking, little Photoshop jobs from people like, oh, I can put your face on this celebrity and all that, or were you just like did not too many people know about what you like to do?
No, that's a cool question because like now that I think about it, it was definitely like the early memes, like putting somebody's face or like blowing it up and like making a big
Mhm.
cutout out of it and like bringing it to a sports event type thing. Um, but I definitely liked the more like user interface type thing. So I like redesigned our school newspaper website,
Ooh.
which is like a, cool little design that I made. But that was kind of like my expertise versus like anything else really. Kind of just really like the whole front end of designing. But again, like I'm still not that good at it right now. That involves so much coding and doing all that stuff, but I was definitely like, just playing around with Photoshop when it was coming up.
That's dope. Okay. Man, I feel bad asking this question, but I know it happens a lot. Did like people look at you like weirdly because they knew you like to do that, or was everyone kind of supportive about it?
No, I don't think so. I don't think they looked at me weirdly at all. I think it was kind of just like, oh, this guy knows how to use Photoshop. I think at the time that I was using it, I was definitely in a place where it was like everybody was kind of doing their own thing, like whether it was sports or doing Photoshop or robotics or this or that, everybody kind of just looked at each other and was like, all right, cool, like you got it. Um, and then like
Yeah.
a bunch of my other friends kind of saw that I was doing these different things and I was doing like photo manipulations, and even them, they started jumping on it. And I think even one of them now is like a big designer for the Premier League Lacrosse League.
Hmm.
So yeah, that's really cool to just kind of see them take a part of like what I was doing and then just like kind of run with it too. Or just like be interested.
Hmm.
Because like you said, like some people could look at me and be like, what the fuck is he doing? Like why is he playing around on the computer? But at the same time, like people do find interest in certain things.
For sure, man. I feel like it's a lot different though too now. Um, I feel like back then there wasn't. I don't want to say there wasn't as much like kids that would be like, oh, oh, this kid's doing that, and people didn't really look at other kids and like just kind of be jealous. I feel like, but now it is a lot of jealousy and just people like hate, bro. I don't know why people hate, man. Why do people hate so much? But I don't know. I think it's social media, to be honest. Like social media has hurt a lot of kids in school and all that, bro. I talked about this on the podcast once, but yeah.
No, yeah, definitely. I don't want to like go too deep into it, but to just kind of touch on it. I think the problem with it is with social media is like even with crypto Twitter, right? If you say something negative about something, it's probably going to do better on the engagement side of things. So like
Mm-hmm.
people tend to say more negative things, and then that gets more engagement, so more people see it. So then it definitely feels more toxic. I think it all depends on like who you surround yourself with, quote unquote, because this is the internet.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and at the end of the day, people are going to say what they're thinking, but not willing to say in person. Because
Mm-hmm.
like I've seen a lot of these people, tweet the shit on Twitter, but then I go to these events and they're like the nicest person ever. So it's like, oh, okay, like I see how this is going. And especially since like the monetization side of Twitter, especially, I know
Yeah.
like TikTok and Instagram too. Um, yeah, it just kind of like elevates that side of it, um, that much more, like the negative side of it. And then it just kind of like spirals downward from there, man. It's not good. Like you said, it's not healthy for people. It's not healthy for founders. It's not healthy for people just holding like an NFT.
Mm-hmm.
Social media is definitely like one of those things in human history that's like, oh fuck, we really kind of fucked up there.
Yeah.
That's just a personal opinion though.
No, for sure. I feel like there's good and bad. And it's you don't even really choose if you want to be on the good or bad side of it. So it's like you kind of just get there, and it happens. You kind of get just drawn towards it. So it happens. It happens. We definitely did mess up there, but there is a lot of opportunities, and that's we'll go into why we like Web3, and that's why I like Web3. Is I have so many opportunities. I've met so many cool people like you, Sov. I've met so many cool people like the last 33 guests I've had on this podcast. You know what I mean? So there is a lot of opportunity, and obviously that comes with some bad stuff. So, Sov, why do you like Web3?
I think a lot of the same reason you just mentioned, man, like just the connections and opportunities that not only that I get to make for myself, but for our holders. I think just like some of the collaborations that we do are a lot bigger than some people think. Recently, we just did like a travel swap discount code, and basically,
Mm-hmm.
like if you're traveling anywhere in the world, you can use crypto and get 10% off if you use the Tombstone code. So things like that, and just like connecting with those people in real life events, being like, hey, I'm Sav, I'm really interested in what you're doing. Um, let's connect furthermore and try to do something big for our holders. I
Mm-hmm.
think that's probably one of the biggest drivers for me is always just trying to provide value to them any way possible, even if it's not, just like a random airdrop of $1,000 here and there.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a lot deeper than that. And yeah, just finding those things and coming across those things and connecting with people, creating these opportunities for myself and the holders is definitely like my biggest priority in the space, at least in Web3.
For sure. And bro, that's bullish as as a holder now. Just joined Tombstone. W
Yeah,
Mans.
congrats, by the way. Let's
Thank
go.
you. Yeah, the black name in the Discord looks a lot nicer. I'm gonna be honest, but
Dude, that green name stuck out like a sore fucking thumb, man.
yeah, I know. I feel like I was the only one that ever had a green name in there. So I was like, huh,
I,
okay,
yeah, you might have been.
yeah. Kind of
It's cool.
felt
That's cool.
naked in there, but you know, we're yeah. I was gonna never mind. I almost said something really bad there. Would have sounded
Yeah, flaws.
would have sounded really bad now, but. Nah, man. It's bullish to hear as a holder now. That a founder is actually trying to build something with their project. And bro, you've been trying to build stuff with Tombstone since day one, and we'll get into that later. But when did you find Web3? Actually, I don't even think I asked that yet. When did you find Web3?
Um, I think I kind of want to like answer this two ways. How and I guess when. Um, I think it was definitely during COVID and like the peak bull run. Everybody was talking about crypto and NFTs, so of course, naturally, uh, my dumbass jumped on, and I haven't left since. But no, I think it was extremely attractive. I'm super down for like the decentralization type thing, and um, yeah, I mean, at the time it was definitely just like a different market. Now it's definitely more shifted toward meme coins. So I think if it was how it is now, I would definitely be a little bit more hesitant to
Mm-hmm.
be doing what I'm doing. But back then, it was just like, oh, crypto is a big popular thing. Let's see if I can get involved. And then that kind of just like led to one thing to another to eventually starting Tombstone. But yeah, initially it was just like, hey, like, can I trade, this NFT to make a profit? And, most of the time it wasn't really working out for me. I had no fucking clue what I was doing. I barely knew how to like work my Phantom wallet. So, um, yeah, I think that's kind of just how and why and when.
Nice. Yeah. So, man. Okay. So I found Web3 in 2022, December 2021 or March 2022. I know those are very far away dates, but it was something like that. And bro, I loved it ever since, man. Like, I made my first couple $1,000 trade when on my 13th birthday. That was crazy.
Fuck
Um,
yeah. That's what's up.
bro, it was insane, man. Like
Do you remember what it was?
a dope cat or a couple dope cats. And it was when we went to OpenSea. We were one of the first Solana projects on OpenSea, and they pumped to like 13 sold. W, man,
W.
and yeah,
That's huge.
and it was like I was sick that night. Okay, I wasn't gonna get up, and I sold peak. Thank you, Lord, for giving me, that sickness that I felt that night, for waking me up and then selling W mans. So yeah, bro, that was insane. Man, I'm just thinking of like all these cool stories from Web3 now. Like I made
I've got a
my
pretty solid one that goes in line with like how I entered Web3. So when I was coming in, I was like, all right, like what the fuck do I buy? And at the time, DeGods were at like 5, 6, 7 Sol, which at the time was like a couple $100, maybe $1,000.
yeah.
So I was really hesitant to like put my money into it. Finally, I think I was sick that night too, and got out of bed. And I was like, let's just go look at the marketplace. I found a radioactive one at like 7 Sol, let's say 7 or 8 Sol. Fast forward like a year later, I sold it for like 1250.
God.
Yeah, yeah. So that's probably like one of the biggest trades that I've had, and definitely like kind of came in clutch at the right time too, because like peak bear market, everything was shit. Sol was $1. Marketplaces returning royalties off. Like if I didn't do that, we'd probably be underwater. So it definitely helped out the team here at Tombstone for a little while too.
W, man. Bro, holy
Fuck yeah.
cow. I'm trying to think. Oh, I got one more other funny story that kind of makes me laugh every time. I made my teacher I think it was $3,000 on one trade the one day. That was cool. That was cool.
They were probably like, "Yo, what the fuck?"
Yeah. So it was like he's already in Web3. He actually streams on Twitter. Funny
Oh,
enough.
okay, nice.
But yeah, bro, he was already in Web3, and I was like, yo, buy this right now, and I got you like by like tomorrow or like the next day, sell, and then you'll be up by like a couple $1,000. And bro, he did. He listened to me. Listened to a 12-year-old. It's okay though.
I mean,
Um,
he probably doesn't know anything about this stuff. He was
yeah, I
probably a
mean,
lot like me, just like very novice,
yeah,
not very educated. No one really has like a course on like what to do here and like what to look for. And it's people like you, the guys sitting in their classroom that are making these $1,000 trades. That's
yeah.
crazy, man.
I need to get back to that. I need to lock back in. But bro,
Should.
holy cow. But yeah, bro, that was cool. Yeah. Those are like my two like dope stories. I'm like, yeah, bro. Like I did
Let me
that.
ask you a question. Are a lot of people like in your age group or like in
Ooh.
your school, are they like really big into crypto or
No, no,
any
I'm
of
the
that
only one.
stuff?
I'm the only one.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's surprising. Not that I know
Eh,
like what's really like
not
culturally
really, bro.
active right now.
I don't feel like there's any, bro. I feel like
How is it seen? Like what is the younger generations like viewpoint on it?
it's hard because, like, bro, I love it, bro. I feel like
Yeah, you're so
I don't know.
biased.
It's like I feel like they're because, bro, I feel like everything, on the internet, all you hear is, it's monkey picture or like fake money, okay? And it's like, oh, I can just screenshot that picture. Those are like the big three, right?
Right.
And when they hear that, they're like, oh, they just people get like this mindset straight away because first impression is everything. So, when they get that, internet money, oh, you can't really do anything with this, then it's like, oh, it's fake. What can I do? I can't do anything with it. And I feel like people, even older people, get like that. My mom, is like that. She has no clue what it is. But like, I don't know. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. I've tried to get them in. I got my whole class into drip though. W me. W
Nice.
me.
Fuck yeah.
But yeah, other than that, that's about it. That's about all I can.
Yeah, I feel like it's just like weird age group where it's like just like teenagers all the way up to like kind of like the boomer generation. And then everybody past that is like, nah, I don't want to deal with crypto at all. It's
Yeah.
kind of weird. And I think like the younger generation definitely has that like education kind of barrier because they're really not teaching you about like what centralization means and what the Federal Reserve is doing and like basic economics in, high school yet.
Mhm.
You'll probably just take like a kind of like a 101 course on it, but you're really not going to learn about like assets, liabilities, or just like accounting. Um, and that's kind of like where a lot of this plays into it. Like you're dealing with money, you're dealing with an asset. Like, are you fractionalizing that asset into a meme coin with these SPL 404s? And like, there's just so much that you can really dive into. And there's like like you said, like the first impression's everything, and they're getting this like front facing, oh, you can right click save or it's fake internet money. But on the back end, it's like there's so much that's to love about this, right? Like you
Mhm.
love it, I love it, and there's just like so much that I have to learn still and so much to grow with. That's why I think I still continue to love it because there's just like a thirst for knowledge here for me.
Yeah.
Whereas like for a younger generation, it may not be as kind of flowing.
Yeah, bro. I also yeah, like you said, like knowledge, bro. Knowledge is power. That's bro. That's the realest thing I've ever heard. Like knowledge really gives you like so much power, and a lot of kids don't like, bro. They don't want to learn. They don't want to
Yeah, they don't
learn.
apply themselves,
It's
which is understandable. Like, I mean,
mhm.
I was a kid once. We've all been kids. Like, we just want to go fuck around and like figure things out.
Yeah,
Jump
bro.
off our bike and ow, that hurt, type
Mhm.
thing.
Yeah. I
So
don't know,
can't
bro.
really blame them.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know. Like I was never. I don't know. I don't know. It's just weird because I've been here since I was 12, so I have this. I have such this mindset, and I don't know. It's weird. So yeah, bro. I don't know. And TikTok too. Like that messed them. That messed everyone up, bro. Everyone's
Oh
attention span,
God.
bro. If you can't get what decentralization means out in 15 seconds, you're done for.
Yeah, like it. You probably lost them in the first syllable.
Bro, hey, as actually, if you put Subway Surfers gameplay or Family Guy, you know, like a Family Guy
Yeah,
episode over, you're good then. But other than
you're
that,
good.
no, you're done. You're done. So I don't know. It's hard to. It's gonna be interesting to see though. Like when my generation does get into this more.
Yeah, absolutely. It's crazy too. Like I see Nelly brought up TikTok. I saw the other night in a restaurant just like parents sitting at a table with their like basically newborn child had like an iPad in front of them, just like scrolling through like TikTok or whatever, like watching a YouTube video, and it's like, oh my God, man, like
Bro,
what's this going to be like in 10, 15, 20 years?
it's gonna be bad. It's
It's
gonna
going to be
be
bad.
really bad because, bro, all these iPad kids right now, like you're saying, bro, it's ooh.
They better download Phantom app and start trading immediately
Bro,
because we need some
that's what I
big
keep telling
traders in 10
people
years.
when there's like dads and when there's dads in Web 3. I'm like, bro, just get them like a Phantom Wallet, give them like
Yeah,
some
just let them buy what
give
they
them some
want
meme
and what they
coins,
like.
or bro, teach them
Some of my
early.
favorite things, some of my favorite things on the timeline is like when they do like a dad or a mom is like, "Oh, I let my 3-year-old son pick out this NFT," and like they just like kind of show the marketplace, whether it's like Magic Eden or Tensor, and like the little kid's just like pointing at this one, and then
Hmm.
they buy it for him. Like I love
Yeah,
that shit. It's so wholesome.
for real, bro. Yeah, it's so dope. But I was gonna say something, I forget. Oh yeah, you gotta teach them how to lose early. That's what I tell people all the time, bro. Like when I lost my first like 4K, yeah, I was like, okay, yeah, I'm locked in. But taught me
I mean,
early.
growing up is just losing in general, man.
Taught yeah,
You're not
bro.
winning anything.
True. True, bro. Failure is such a good thing though. Too many people like are scared to fail. It's so bad.
Failure is the best thing. You
Mhm.
can figure out what works and what doesn't.
Yeah. I don't know why do you think people are so scared to fail? That's a good question. I'm gonna be
That's a
honest.
deep question. Damn. All right. Go off.
That one was off the dome too. I was good with that one. That
What?
one was good. That one was good.
Oh man, I think I think a lot of the time people aren't afraid to fail. They're afraid of the aftermath of failing. They don't want to pick back up and start climbing again. They just want to quit. They just want to turn back around, take all their equipment off, and just be done with it. Whereas like it takes a certain type of person to definitely just be like, all right, starting from step zero
Mm-hmm.
or square one, like here we go. Um, so yeah, I think definitely just like the aftermath of the failure scares people away, and that's just like such a like an anxiety type thing because like you're kind of like hurting yourself before you even start.
Mm-hmm.
So why not try? If it fails, you kind of expected that. If it works, all right, maybe you didn't expect that, but it works. So I don't know. That's just my approach on it.
Yeah. Scam your kids early. W corn pop. Um.
Where the fuck is he typing in chat? Oh my
X.
god.
W corn pop. But no, bro. I don't know if it's that and probably like I don't know if it's because like how they think that people are gonna look at them after because bro, like too many people look at you bad if you fail and they don't really understand that bro failure is like grow it's like growing it's like growing pains bro like that's how you grow to your full potential is you lose so much and the people that are great are the ones that are able to get back up and build all that back plus more. So I don't know, it's weird, it's really weird.
There's definitely like a like if you are consistently failing, or like okay, you should probably try something else.
Yeah.
But you know, trying until that point is definitely like there's nothing to be ashamed of in that. I think eventually like you'll get a result that you're happy with and looking for,
Hmm.
whether you fail 100 times or you get it on the first try. It's kind of just like a gamble with whatever you're doing.
Yeah, bro.
Life's a gamble, bro.
Life is a gamble. Bro, you're like full of quotes, man. You're full of quotes. How about we drop a quote of the day for the boys, Sov? How about
Oh,
that? What's your quote of the
fuck.
day?
Shit, I saw this thing on TikTok recently about like an egg.
TikTok boy.
Yeah, fuck. You might have to come back to me on that one
Okay, I
because
got you. We'll come back to it
that's on
at
the spot.
end of the episode. I'm
I
asking
got
you
you.
that same question, and you're gonna have it. Okay. So, who's someone that inspires you or that you look up to every day that makes you, try, keep going?
I'm gonna say two people. Um, one person, actually, shit. Okay, three people. Two people in the space. I'm just gonna name drop them. Andy from Cyberfrogs and Genuine Articles from Geckos.
Hmm.
Two really just cool people, good leaders. I think they have a good, grapple on the space. What they say, people agree with and kind of go with. They've both been like super supportive to Tombstone and myself. I've actually gotten to meet Andy in person in New York, so that was a really good opportunity. Um, but yeah, they've just been like a huge inspiration with what they're doing with their projects and just like kind of branching out and helping the space too. I definitely want to try to do that more
Yeah, bro.
than we already are. And then the third person is probably my dad. My dad, I look up to him. Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. But yeah, man, I think he kind of made a really good example of what to do and, how to present yourself, how to carry yourself and treat people with respect. So I always try to keep him in mind when doing anything really.
Yeah. Man, W. I've never got to talk to Andy or Genuine, to be honest. So, bro, I feel like those would be two dope people to talk to. I'm gonna have to reach out. I'm gonna have to reach out. Actually, I reached out to Andy. He egoed me,
Did he?
but it's
That's
okay.
okay.
It's
He's
okay.
he's always really busy. A lot
Yeah.
of these guys are just like pulled so many different ways. I know Andy's doing the art upgrade with Scum for
Yeah.
Cyberfrogs, so shout out to them.
W.
But yeah, he's a really great guy. He actually, the way that I kind of came into the space with Tombstone was I went up into like a Shark Tank episode Twitter space type thing, and he was actually the guy that was like roasting me, being like, "What do you plan on doing? Like, what is this?" Just like throwing punches left and right. And then like I kind of just like handled him and stood my ground a little bit, not in like a dickhead way, but at least like, okay, I hear what you're saying. Like, I'm gonna make those changes. He really
Hmm.
respected that, and then ever since then, like kind of just been like really close. I wouldn't say like close close, but anytime I ever reach out to him, he answers. I think we're trying to like set up a call for the last like month, but it's just like
I feel
we
that.
have conflicting schedules. So, yeah, man, great guys. I think that there's always a lot of different people to look up to in the space, not just like the leaders. Some of the important people like you that kind of just grind out these Twitter spaces or these different streams. I know Quicks is doing stuff with like the Moon
Hmm.
Show. I've seen Marky doing stuff with Dak recently. So like, dude, it's just great to see everybody like out here doing stuff that's important to them and kind of just makes the space better in general. Like we were talking about before, there's so much negativity out there. Now it's the time to kind of push each other and support each other. And that just goes beyond all that other bullshit. It's really like about showing up and coming to one of these podcasts and having a full week of lineups with Vecta and Quicks and all of those other guys just like stacking up and coming on and talking about why Web3 is cool.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry for the rant. Just
No,
went off for
bro,
a
it's
second.
good. It's good. No, I like when people rant because I get to take a break. I'm joking though. I'm joking. I like doing this. But man, bro, yeah. Was it a Savannah Shark Tank?
I think it was. Yeah, it was like one of the big ones.
Yeah, I remember those.
Yeah, it was, dude. If I remember correctly, there might have been like 500 or 600 listeners, and I was just like sweating on the Twitter space, just
Yeah.
like, oh my god, this guy's just grilling me right now. Like, who the fuck is he? And then like, it was Andy, just
W.
like cooking me.
Do you get nervous? Are you a very nervous guy, or are you not a nervous guy?
I have nerves. I think I do get nervous in certain circumstances, but that's just uh, you know, a way of my brain to tell me to like, hey, focus up, don't fuck up, do your best type thing.
Yeah. Okay, I got one more question before we get into like tombstones and stuff.
Sure.
What's been one of the biggest lessons that you've ever learned in life?
Damn, son. How the
Bro,
fuck? You should have given me like these
I'm gonna be
questions up
honest-
front.
No, bro, this is no. I get genuine answers then.
Yeah.
I've learned if I actually like give them time, it just doesn't seem right. Also, I'm getting
So
good at this, bro. I'm getting good at this.
The question was, what was the hardest lesson in life?
No, what was like one of the best lessons that you've ever learned in your life?
Man, it's fucking tough.
W, man.
I'm trying not to like.
So chat.
Probably, honestly, I'm just gonna go with a pretty simple answer, but it's to stay humble. I think there was probably a time or two where I wasn't humble, thought I had an ego. And quickly, I fucking figured out that like I wasn't the shit. I don't know if that had to do with like Web3 or Web2, but I think at some point in my life I learned being humble is probably the most important thing, especially when you're winning. And it's just as equally as important when you're failing. So don't be a sore loser, don't be a sore winner. Just kind of like do your thing, and if it works out for you, it works out.
Yeah. Bro, I like asking that question because obviously everyone else like on here is older than me usually. I don't think I've had a younger guest yet, but nah, it's like so cool to hear like wisdom from people, you know what I mean? So, I've learned a lot of lessons in life obviously, but you guys have went through life, more than me, and I can learn from you guys. I think my lesson for everyone here listening, I know all you guys wonder, all you guys are asking the same question to me. Jesus. So, I think it's, don't take anything for granted. You never know what you can, you never know how long you have something. So don't take it for granted and enjoy every day with, all the little things in life, because you never know when you can lose it, You never know when you can lose it.
That's real shit.
Yeah.
And I definitely think you're gonna learn a lot of things, not just from me, but from these other older people dropping wisdom on you. And
For sure.
I think you'll do well. Yeah, a lot of wisdom's definitely going to be dropped, and especially for like the listeners too. I'm sure there's a lot of like older people, but there might be some younger guys out there that are going to pick up on some of this stuff. But to kind of go back to the egg quote, I found it. The same boiling water that softens the potato hardens the egg. It's about what you're made of, not the circumstance.
Oh, chat, clip that one. Chat, clip that one. That was good. I heard that one too on TikTok.
Yeah, I heard that shit on TikTok. Totally stole that. Quoted by like some school teacher or something, but
that was gas.
Yeah, that shit speaks volumes.
Oh, I don't know how to say his name, but he basically just called you Unc, like grandpa. But that's okay. On X chat. But bro, that's fire, bro. That's fire.
Oh, that's just ours. Don't worry about him. We fired him.
Yo, you fired him?
Yo. We fire everybody.
Yo. Yikes, man. Yikes. Oh, hold on. I'm gonna find I'm gonna find a quote too. So if you want to ad lib for just like 2 minutes, that's fine. If not, I can ad lib too.
Um, yeah, for some context, it's kind of like a running joke between our team that we just fire each other. No one actually gets fired, so if you like hear us talking about it, see it in chat, see it on Twitter, no one's actually getting fired.
That's a
Thanks.
W.
Little public service announcement. Actually, this one guy, Augie, he is fired. That is confirmed. We'll hire him back tomorrow.
Oh, nice, nice. I'm trying to look for a good Virgil quote. I use this one all the time because this one's hanging up on my wall. But it says dreams come true when you don't sleep. So I just look at that
That's
every
so true.
all the
Like,
late nights that I'm up. Like the other night I was up till 5, bruh. I was up till 5 grinding. Then I got up at 8 or 9 and just grinded again, bro. So we grinded,
you
bro.
weren't dreaming, you were making your dreams come true.
Ooh, bro, he came up with that one on his own. Now I'm quoting that one and putting that for you. Good job, Sov. Proud of you, dog. So,
Gotcha.
mm, I have some other ones up here. Some Bible verse quotes, a Tom Brady quote: "Fish don't just jump in the boat. You got to work for him." Um, you do
All right,
not,
Tom.
yeah, you do not realize now what I'm doing, but later you understand. John 13:7. That I love, bro. I got a bunch of Bible quotes around my room actually. So yeah, that's a vibe. Are you religious?
I grew up religious, but I don't practice anything really
For
as
sure.
of recently. I just kind of haven't had time to be honest, man.
Yeah.
I definitely like on holidays like Christmas, I'll go to mass and Easter with my family and things, but
Hmm.
for the most part, I'm not like really practicing. No.
For sure. Yeah, I just like asking that because you never know. Not a lot
Yeah.
of people talk about it on Web3. So I think it's cool to know your founder a little bit more. So if anyone ever wondered that in the Tombstone chat, now you know. So let's get into Tombstone actually now. Speaking of what's Tombstone, bro?
What is Tombstone?
Mm-hmm.
Tombstone's probably one of the best communities on Solana. We have a 6,666 stoned skeleton collection. Right now you can upgrade your art from the original to this new resurrected art for I think it's only 5,000 joints. But after you do so, you can swap back to the original art and then to the new art anytime for free at your will. You can stake them for joints. Joints are like basically a utility token within our ecosystem. We don't have an LP and they're not like publicly traded. We've recently just
Good.
introduced um, governance to them. So a lot of like the major decisions that we're kind of introducing to Tombstone and Sapphire, which I'll talk about a little bit later, um, kind of get decided by the community and depending on like how many joints you hold, which kind of in turn means how long have you staked. You get a little bit more say in some of these votes. So I think that's worked out really well. And then additionally, that'll be used to swap joints to Sapphires, which are going to be credits on the Sapphire AI app later on. So it's going to be utility, governance, and an AI token all wrapped into one. So pretty cool stuff that we got kind of moving forward, or we've been working on over the last like year. Um,
W.
yeah, kind of keep going. Over kind of like the bear market, we kind of decided that we were going to shift away from like trying to make our own strain and do the whole cannabis thing, and just kind of focus on like the Solana tech and like how we can contribute.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so we founded what is called Tomb Labs, and that just kind of handles like all the development work for Tombstone. So like all the tools on our website, all the really cool stuff that we have on our website. We've even picked up like a couple of different clients, such as Sleek Geek. Those are like little
Ooh.
collectible
Yep.
Funko Pop type things. Yeah, you might even have one. So like, if anybody's listening, he probably used the Redeem site to get this shipped to his house. He had to like burn an NFT, he type in his address, and then boom, um, it's there. We built
Oh,
that. Yeah, yeah, hell
W.
yeah, dude. Fuck yeah. So yeah, we built that site for them. A couple other things throughout the space. Just to kind of like, obviously like keep work for us, but also like contribute to other projects, help them out. We are also responsible for a handful of derugs, just like at least taking it away from the old team or unlocking some of the locked staking NFTs or just like transferring all the update authority and royalties to the community. all that good stuff. We handle that. I think right now we're kind of lining up for another big mission or big project for Sleek Geek 2. And then we've been kind of focusing on Sapphire a lot recently over the last like 6, 7 months, just to like build that up, hear back from our community, and just really make it the best it can absolutely be.
W, man. W. What's up, Frank, by the way? Hope you're good, bro. Um, but yeah, bro, that's dope. So how do I know if my tombstone is upgraded or not?
You should see on if you go to like your Phantom wallet or it's in the metadata, there should
Okay.
be a form and it should say resurrected. If it's not, then it won't. Um,
It
but yeah,
doesn't
there
look
should
like
be
it.
like a little tag. And then
Doesn't look like it.
if you wanted to, if it already is resurrected, actually let's take a step back. If it's not, you can go to resurrection.tombstone.app and pay your 5,000 joints. Afterwards, you can go to altar.tombstone.app and you can switch back and forth and save that image on chain to kind of be the front facing image of the NFT.
That's a vibe. Okay, so how do I get joints? How about we go into that? How do I get joints?
So right now we have a staking platform with anybody's. In the next month or two, we should be releasing our own staking platform that some other projects will be able to use and kind of like set their own parameters too. But right now you can go to the anybody's Tombstone vault site, go ahead and stake through there. And if you've already been staking, then you can go ahead and like claim those rewards. They haven't been the most supportive over the last few months. From what I understand, they are in a pretty tight situation in the world. I
Yeah,
think they are based in Israel, so
aren't they the ones?
um,
Wait, is that the staking site that's like fighting for their country right now?
I'm not sure.
I'm
It may, I
from what I
totally,
heard,
it totally might be.
I'm pretty sure like the devs are literally fighting for Israel right now,
Could be. Yeah,
or
so I
Ukraine,
think
something like
just
that.
from a business standpoint, it's just better to kind of handle it and take it on ourselves. So Corn Pop out there in the chat, he's going to be the main dev that's really handling a lot of that work. But yeah, for the most part, you can go over to their site. It still works. There's just like a few problems with it. Like sometimes it takes a while for Solana to process. They didn't really do a lot of the updates after Solana updates dropped.
Hmm.
I don't mean to like come up here and like shit talk them. I'm just trying to say like we're gonna move away from that into our own thing that's gonna work way better, gonna be way cooler, and do some really cool stuff aside from just staking from joints too.
I hear some beef stirring. I'm joking. I'm joking. Chat,
Nah,
don't
I
clip
love
that
those
one. I'm
guys. I
joking.
for real love those
Anybody's is
guys.
cool.
They're good
We
guys.
love
They've taken
anybody's
care of
too.
us for like 2 years, but I think it's just time to kind of part ways, just because of the circumstances. That's all.
W. Okay. See, we got it out the air. There's no more.
Yeah,
No.
of
No.
course.
Okay. Okay. So joints down. When did you upgrade the art? When did you upgrade the art?
I think that was not this last March, the March before. So I think March of 2023,
Mm-hmm. Dope.
and that
Okay.
was on our 1 year anniversary.
Dang. Wait, bro. Okay, man. We're going back. I feel like Unk status right now. Okay. So man, bro, Tombstone was literally one of the first hype projects I ever saw in Solana. It's crazy. I'm just thinking about it right now. Like, bro, I grinded for whitelist. I'm gonna be honest, I did not get whitelist.
Don't look
But
at the camera when you say that.
I did not get whitelist.
Dude, fuck, I'm
Um,
sorry, I'm sorry.
nah,
Honestly,
it's
if
okay.
this makes you feel any better, I forgot to whitelist myself.
Nah,
Yep.
you wanna hear another bad one that I forgot to claim? Mad Lads.
Dude, that's painful. Yeah,
Oh man.
your reaction is justified. That's rough.
Oh man.
It's okay. You win some, you lose some.
Yeah, but I'm no wonder I'm poor. You know what I mean? No wonder I'm poor, man. So, nah, it's okay though. It's okay. He a fan. He a fan. He a. Okay, but man, bro, what was it like launching pretty much one of the most hype projects ever on Solana? Whoa. What? Hold on. What was your reaction? Did you think it was ever gonna get that big?
No, not at all. I think we got into a call with like somebody pretty big in space, like maybe a week or two before Mint, and they were asking me like, okay, like what do you think floor price is gonna go to? And I was like, probably like one or two. and he kind of just laughed at me, and I really thought he was laughing at me in the sense of like, you're an idiot, it'll never go that high. And I was like, damn, like I wasn't really trying to be like,
Mm-hmm.
just doubling floor price would be like awesome in my eyes. Turns out we 20x'd and went to like 21 sold floor. So I figured out why he was laughing, because I was an idiot and I had no idea what we were really getting into. Because like in my mind, I didn't think it would be that big. I think it kind of eventually just kind of like grew legs and started running on its own,
Mm-hmm.
which was great, and we totally ran with it. We definitely weren't prepared in the beginning. Even the guy that I was starting it with, the other co-founder, he was like, "Dude, I have a real job. Like, I can't really just like step away and do this full time now." Luckily, I was able to, but he had to go back to his like full-time career. We just like weren't in the best position, so um, just like experiencing the hype was definitely wild, and it was awesome to kind of formulate and um, cultivate this incredible community, even just like after 2 years. But it was also extremely hard on just the very small team and myself included um, in those early stages. But after the bear market hit, we kind of all looked around, all the project founders, and we're like, hey, what do we do?
Mm-hmm.
We looked internally and we kind of fixed some things. We brought on Corn Pop, who's one of the best devs in the space, and really just turned things around. I know floor price is like a big determinant for people and kind of says like, oh, is this project doing good? But I think, now we're probably way better off than where we were before, even with a higher floor price. People were kind of just trading to be a part of that hype or,
Mm-hmm.
to make a quick flip. Um, but now I think now that our focus is totally shifted away from that hype exactly, we're way more focused on just like contributing to the ecosystem, building cool things for ourselves, trying to make cool products that other people can use, and then just ultimately bringing that Tombstone name with us and
Mm-hmm.
saying like, hey, this was built by them. Oh, those guys are credible. Okay, cool, they're cool. Oh, I'm gonna go buy a skeleton. That's sort of the thought process I want to build behind it.
Dope. Yeah, for sure. So I'm gonna kind of go rapid fire now because we're at 6:50 and I don't know what your schedule is looking like. But you know, obviously with that it comes with hate. Yes, from being obviously like every project founder gets hate, and if they're doing good or not. How have you kind of dealt with that hate throughout building Tombstone?
It was tough at first because I come from like a Web 2 background.
Mm-hmm.
That's not really like the culture that gets exemplified over there. So it was definitely like a really hard shift to me. I think at first I started to like listen to it and feed into it more than I should have.
Mm-hmm.
And that quickly just kind of drained me, man. I think a lot of founders really experience that, and I'm sure that's why a lot step away and kind of quit and quote unquote rug. But man, it's tough. Like everybody's up your ass about everything at all times, and of course we sign up for that, but you're not really ever prepared for what people are going to say on the internet.
Oh
I've
yeah.
definitely gotten my fair share of death threats and all that kind of crazy shit. So, yeah, I mean, like psychologically, that fucks with people. I was definitely like in a really bad mental state during like the bear market when floor price was falling and the whole FTX thing happened and Solana was $8. Like, yeah, that sucked, but at the same time, I was like, all right, we can't really go much lower. Like, how do I turn this around? And
Mm-hmm.
ultimately, we did. And I'm super proud of our team, super proud of myself, and everybody that's kind of supported us along the way.
W. You love to hear it. So Tuesdays, you guys run a space, yeah?
We do. Every
W.
Tuesday, it's Tomb Tuesday. Sorry, I'm hitting my vape. At 9 p.m.
Vapor. Joking though. Yeah, that's dope. I who runs that space? Who like runs it?
Me. And we have a co-host and stylist, and then usually Corn Pop comes up, talks his big brain. But
I was gonna shoot my shot for a co-host spot, but
hey, man,
never
you can come
mind.
up and be a dual co-host. I think you would like that.
I'm
You would
down.
like that a lot.
I'm down.
I
So
think we can work that out.
down. W. So shooters gotta shoot chat. Okay, so Sapphire, bro. Sapphire is big, bro. I remember. Wait, was Sapphire the thing that I tested out? Hold on. Let me look at our DMs. Yeah, no, it was not. Never mind. What's Sapphire, man?
Sapphire is an AI art aggregation platform that takes three of the most powerful engines aside from Midjourney and puts them all into one platform, so you don't have to go to this website to use this one or this website to use that one. It's all on our website. Cool part is you don't have to subscribe to any bullshit, chat GPT to use DALL-E. You don't have to, pay $10 a month for this or that. You can just pay with crypto by generation. If I'm expecting to, make maybe 25 different generations and kind of just play around with it, maybe I'll spend that much and just kind of put that into it. Or maybe I have some meme coins laying around in my wallet and I want to just transfer those into, some AI credits. All that cool stuff can just like happen quickly, all with crypto, all on the blockchain. Um, so yeah, you can take text and turn them into images. A really cool part is you can take those images and mint them onto the blockchain on
Ooh.
whether it's a normal NFT, a PNFT, which is the enforced royalty standard, or the compressed NFTs. So you can make literally thousands of these images, mint them into NFTs, and ship them off to your followers or your community, or do really kind of whatever with them. Our goal is to kind of do what Drip House is doing, but let other individuals do it for them.
Hmm.
At least on this platform, with the AI images and all that cool stuff. Um, right now we have a couple of featured artists that will be released when the full platform drops. Right now you can go to you can go to app.sapphiretool.io. You can sign in, you get 100 free credits and just kind of mess around with it, play around. And then we do launch that full platform. It's going to have those featured artists that I mentioned. It's also going to have auctions. We're going to work on a couple of different things, like adding some other AI tools, like removing the background or just like other manipulation things. So yeah, I'm really excited about it. We've been working on it for probably over a year now. It first started off as something called Conjure that was just like a
That's what
little,
I. That's what I
yeah,
test. Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
It started off as like this little dinky thing that we were just kind of like playing around with and kind of testing for our holders, and everybody really kind of seemed to like it. And then like a new version of all these engines came out, so we really jumped on it and kind of just made this big front end for it. Corn Pop did an incredible job with the back end and all the databases for the users and the image decentralized storage. Like it's incredible, all of the work that's gone into it. And yeah, I'm excited to fully release it. We were kind of just waiting until Solana chilled out with all the meme coin craze and just all the congestion and bottlenecking. So it's looking positive. I think we're kind of gearing up to start our go-to-market strategy within the next couple of weeks.
W, man. Dope. So, do you think we'll start seeing like people, build whole collections out of these? Like, oh, just basically either you could run the same prompt, to be honest, and just make 1,000 of the same NFTs, and boom, there's your project. Do you think you'll ever see that?
Yeah, I think people are already starting to do that too. And it's really easy to do. We pretty much added like a little button. Um, if you just like click uh, collection NFT, that will be like the main storage NFT of the collection. That's kind of like the update authority one. And then you can store as many NFTs as you want underneath that one. And
Mm-hmm.
it kind of like stacks up in your wallet. Really cool.
Dope.
But yeah, that's sort of
Um,
the goal with it is like empower anybody to be a creator. Like I was talking about in the beginning of this podcast, I'm not that like I am artistic, but I'm not good at putting, pen to paper. So this is a good way for me to just kind of like type out my words, get a really cool piece of art, manipulate it however I want into a full NFT collection, or maybe it's a one-of-one collection, or maybe just like a GM post that I post on Twitter, or maybe I do like a whole content calendar around it. Who knows? It's kind of like free to use and endless, and kind of just want to empower everybody to be a really cool creator.
yeah, bro. If Sapphire ever needs to sponsor a pod, no, I'm joking though. I'm joking. Or am I? But how are you guys making money off of this platform?
It's not really for profit, to be honest. A lot of the time we don't do anything for profit. We're not really like scalping fees off of any of our tools or anything. Um, I think there might be like some sort of fee when you swap tokens, so that might be like the only thing really.
Mm-hmm.
But we actually pay up front. So we pay for your account to get like loaded for those credits, and then you kind of like follow up and pay us back. So if anything, we lose money up front. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's a pretty cool like model that we have, but It's definitely not really trying to be like this huge revenue stream for Tombstone or anything. It's just more important to us to put out something cool for people to use, for people to enjoy, for people to talk about and share, and then we'll worry about the monetization later.
Dope, for sure. So, bro, we're at 6:58 right now. So, how about we just start closing it off a little bit? We learned a lot about you tonight, Sov. It was super dope. And what's one thing that you want to leave the listeners with, or you want to leave the listeners off with?
Damn, that's a tough one too. But go pick up a skeleton. Tombstone's absolutely incredible. We've got a couple of different sponsorships coming up. There's one in August at Solana Summer Camp, and then again at Art Basel we're starting to plan for. And yeah, I think I kind of covered everything. There's really not anything I want to mention it again. Oh, actually, there is one more thing. Merch shop. That should
Oh
be
yeah.
dropping within the next week or two. Also, we're kind of just getting some the shipping details and the payment options ready to go. But you'll be able to pay with either like a credit card or like PayPal, as well as crypto and Solana. So that'll be really cool. I'm excited for that.
Dope, bro. I want to see some dope designs, bro. Come on now. But yeah, bro.
Oh, on
Oh
that topic.
shoot.
Okay, so the first drop will be my bad. The first drop
Oh
will be
shoot.
some of the stuff that I've brought to other events. Like in Miami, I brought like a bunch of these like oversized heavy cotton t-shirts that were embroidered. Those are all going to be available. The Tombstone tote bag that I brought to the New York event, those will be available. And I think there's also a hat. We're also doing a couple of different colors that weren't released yet, so those are going to be out. I think it's eucalyptus and khaki. And then for the next drop, we aren't too sure when that's going to be. We're going to have bigger and better designs. I just brought on Vecta to kind of handle a lot of this stuff
Love
for
that
us
guy.
too for the shirts.
Dope you. Man, bro. I was gonna say. Oh
I also
shoot.
just sent you.
Can I show this?
Don't show. No, don't show
Okay.
this.
Okay. I
But
won't.
just take. Just like react to it.
Okay. I got you.
It's got flashbangs.
Oh shoot. Oh, okay. Wait, that bag is nice. I'm gonna be honest. That bag is nice. Those shirts are nice. Okay. Okay. See, I would get the shirts. I'm not a big hat guy. But bro, if you were a hat guy, you want the hat. So
Yeah.
bro, I actually
Yeah.
like
So for
that like
everybody who
that like
can't see, which is everyone, he's taking a look at one of the early drafts of the merch shop.
bro that
But
crew
yeah,
that
that should be out within the next week or two. I don't know exactly when, but we'll let you know. We'll try to hype it up and everything. But
that
the cool thing is we'll probably keep these available for an unlimited amount of time, and then the next couple of drops we'll do either like timed drops, maybe like 48 hours, or like only 100 pieces. So definitely try to pick one up when you can. We're gonna keep it super, super exclusive.
yeah, bro. Woo! Yeah, bro. That's dope. The cream color is dope, I'm gonna be honest. But other than that, yeah, bro. I might be at summer camp. I might not be. It depends on what I.
Dude, it's in PA. You should go.
I know, bro. It's like a couple hours, like 2 3 hours. But I'm just working. Jason, I'm actually talking to Jason right now about maybe getting a ticket, or two. But yeah, other than that, bro, that's all I got, bro. It's 7:02. I'll let you go, and everyone that's watching, I appreciate you guys, and Tombstone's links, Sov's links will be down in the description. Holy cow! And bro, I appreciate you guys, and we might have a podcast on Saturday. We might not, and come out to the stream tonight at 8 p.m. EST. So I appreciate you guys, and this will be up on YouTube tomorrow. Peace.